It's time to play this Sega Genesis Tecmo Bowl nonsense or whatever you want to call it. Oh wow, it's time for the old AFC Championship game, huh? Oh wow, that's got to be a big upset. Yeah, I was kind of expecting the old Buffalo Bills to make it to the finals, but old Denver Broncos must have showed up for that game. Well, that's too bad. I was kind of wanting to see the old Buffalo Bills. Yeah, I should have went on ahead and hit that reset button, but it's too late now. But I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and play these Vikings, and like I said, this ain't gonna be no game. I'm gonna go ahead and run right through these guys, and like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense. So you playing the old Vikings, huh? Yeah, this gonna be the little championship game right before the that foosball, Super Bowl, whatever you want to call it, nonsense. Do you think the Vikings are gonna give you like kind of a game? Yeah, it should be a little bit of a game because I'm playing against the powers to be. You got Vegas playing, betting against me. You got the Drew Brees committee wanting the Vikings to win, and then I gotta deal with all this crooked referees, and like I said, there's a whole lot of nonsense with this Tecmo Bowl, Sega Genesis does nonsense or whatever you want to call it. Nintendo can't do kind of nonsense. Why he keep saying that about old Drew Brees? Oh yeah, Drew Brees, he knows what's best for business, and he he always wants the other team to win, and it's like, I guess it's a good business decision or some kind of nonsense with this NFL corruption they got going on with this game. And then you got the Sega Genesis does, and then you got the whole Minnesota Miracle thing going on, and crooked referees, and then you got to deal with the whole YouTube world, and there's a whole lot of nonsense that goes on, on this football game or foosball or whatever you want to call this Tecmo Bowl world, whatever you want to call this nonsense. Wow, so it's kind of like, well, you're gonna have to run right through these guys. Yeah, like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense. Like I said, I'm gonna run right through this game and win that little NFC trophy or whatever that nonsense is you get at the end of this game. And like I said, I gotta deal with a whole lot of that Minnesota Miracle nonsense, and the Drew Brees committee, and the Vegas betting against me, and all these crooked referees, and all this Tecmo Bowl, Sega Genesis does nonsense. Oh, you seem to be a little bit worried about these Vikings, maybe, winning the championship game. Oh, no, this ain't gonna be no game. Like I said, I'm gonna run right through these guys, and like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense. I'm gonna go ahead and, pound this football in there and maybe get a couple of first downs and all that nonsense. Oh, wow, I see you still got old Steve Walsh back there doing the whole quarterbacking thing. Yeah, his physical condition's been pretty good, so I just kind of like, stuck with him, and, but he's kind of seemed to be slipping up a little bit. He keeps throwing like that. I'm going to go back to Wilson, And, like I say, I got time for all this nonsense. So do you think you're going to, win the Super Bowl on this game? Oh, yeah. I got to play the old Broncos. Like I said, I'm going to run right through those guys, and there ain't going to be no game. Like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense, all this foosball action. Like I said, I'm just trying to play some of this Tecmo Bowl and, play a little bit of this, play a little bit of, this foosball or whatever you want to call this silliness. I kind of like the old Vikings. They kind of like, pretty good football team. Yeah, with a whole lot of help with the referees and the Drew Brees, kind of like, missing all the, missing tackles and stuff on purpose, and there's a whole lot of nonsense in this league. You think the old boy kind of missed that tackle, huh? Oh, yeah, he missed that tackle. Like, he was tackling air in that game. There's a whole lot of nonsense in this league, Like, he made sure that he missed that tackle. He was like, old Drew Brees probably pulled him to the side and was like, we can't we can't win this game. So I need you to kind of give up a little 80-yard pass play to kind of let the Vikings win that game. And like I said, it's just like I said, there's a whole lot of nonsense, a whole lot of NFL corruption, Maybe we could, maybe we're gonna have to put a bounty out on the quarterback or something. Yeah, but I can't do that because then old Drew Brees will come out there and talk and tell the, he'll go ahead and tell the commissioner and all that stuff, and everybody get suspended. Like I said, there's a whole lot of nonsense with this league, we try to score a little touchdown, and guy go to jumping up and down, and then the referee will go ahead and throw about 10 flags on, and like I said, I can't deal with all this. All this NFL, nonsense. maybe we ought to try to play some other sports or something. Nah, I don't really be playing them other sports too much. I only kind of like playing the football games and maybe some of that, professional wrestling games or something, Oh, you like playing the old professional wrestling games, huh? Oh, yeah, the game's kind of fun, you kind of like, could do a couple of stunners and, a couple of those rock bottoms, and like I said, them games are pretty fun, You ain't gotta worry about the old referees, because, you can kind of cheat as long as you don't get caught, and it's legal. in professional wrestling, cheating is like part of the sport, it's like acceptable, But what if you get caught though? Oh well, then it's just a disqualification. But it's after you done hit somebody with a steel chair a couple of times, Yeah, there's a whole lot of that the whole like ruthless aggression thing going on. Oh no, there's a whole lot of PG going on with the wrestling nowadays. We're gonna have to bring back the whole ruthless aggression and the whole attitude and a whole lot of stunners and all that nonsense. Bring back some of that old Tecmo Bowl wrestling they used to have back in the day. Oh wow, I remember the old Tecmo wrestling games. That was pretty fun. Oh yeah, that was probably the first wrestling games I played, and I thought that game was really good. And too bad they didn't make more sequels. Like I said, they could have made one on the Super NES, and I think that would have been a pretty good game. And, I see. Go on ahead and play some of this Tecmo Bowl, Sega Genesis does nonsense. Wow, I see the old Vikings are trying to win this game. Yeah, they trying to do a whole lot of nonsense though. Like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense. I'm trying to win this little NFC championship game or whatever this nonsense is. Try to see if I can throw this little touchdown pass. No, jeez. Might have to go ahead and pull him out the game because he's throwing all kind of wild passes out of bounds and all that nonsense. Oh, wow. You're going to put old Wilson back in, huh? Yeah. Old Walt's kind of acting up a little bit. We'll put my MVP quarterback back in this game and see about throwing a little touchdown, Oh, jeez. Well, he was a little bit rusty, and that was a whole lot of, a lot of pressure, a lot of blitz going on. Yeah, I'm going ahead and put this little bounty out on this guy, and we're going to get this football back and all that nonsense. like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense. We're gonna go ahead and get this ball back, and then, like I said, I ain't got time for all this foosball nonsense, all this Sega Genesis Tecmo Bowl does, or whatever this silliness is. So you like the old Tecmo Bowl nonsense, huh? It's a pretty good football game. Yeah, I like old Tecmo Bowl. It's a pretty good foosball game, It's like one of my favorite, my favorite foos game. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh, you seem to be having some fumbling problems, huh? It seems like the old Vikings are trying to, make a little comeback and tie this game up before the halftime. Yeah, it's going to be a little game. It's an NFC championship game, But that's alright. I'm going to go ahead and run right through these guys, and this still ain't going to be no game. I'm going to go ahead and pull away and run right through them and go right on ahead to the Super Bowl nonsense or whatever that corrupt, Super Bowl nonsense they got going on with this game. Wow, that was a pretty good catch. Oh, jeez, I messed around and ran out of bounds. You could have probably got a little touchdown if you had a little bit more time in the pocket, huh? Yeah, but that's alright. I'm going to go ahead and run right through these guys, and like I said, I'm going to turn this into a complete blowout, and all that nonsense. I see you got your old MVP Wilson back there, huh? Yeah, like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense. I'm going ahead and throw some of this. Oh, jeez. Uh-oh, he seems to be having some issues again, huh? Yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and put old Wilson back in because, Wilson's kind of overthrowing the football again, and I just can't have all this nonsense. I need I gotta be able to get the ball to the receiver, and all that nonsense. So what happens if both your quarterback is throwing the ball like that? How are you going to win this football game? I'm going to have to pound the football and play a whole lot of defense, and like I said, we're going to go ahead, we're going to make this work. Even if even with old Drew Brees trying to pay these guys off to lose this game, and Vegas is throwing money at them, and like I said, we're going to have to try to figure out a way to pull this game off, and the TV networks are trying to make us lose this game, and like I said, there's a whole lot of corruption in this league, Like, we trying to win this game, I get time for all that losing and trying to make us lose this game, and the coach is trying to make us lose this game, and like I said, we're just going to have to overcome all that nonsense, all this crooked refereeing, and all this Drew Brees committees, and that's a whole lot of. Then you got to deal with this whole Sega Genesis Tecmo Bowl nonsense. Like I said, I ain't got time for all this nonsense. I'm gonna go ahead and run right through these game, and we're gonna go ahead and make it to the Super Bowl. And like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and pound this ball in there, and try and get this touchdown. And wow, this the old Vikings are trying to keep you from getting in that end zone. Like I said, I'm gonna pound that ball right up right up the middle, and like I said, this ain't gonna be no game. Go ahead and get this little touchdown, and like I said, I'm gonna run right through these guys. Old Martin Anderson getting them little extra points, kicking him right down the middle. Yeah, like I say, he's finally, trying to earn some of that money they be paying him, and we're trying to get to that, trying to get to the big game, and all that nonsense. So I'm going ahead and try to get that, get that little bounty out on him, and get to that quarterback, and like I said, we're gonna have to pay these guys some extra money, and all that nonsense. Wow, that was a pretty good blitz, huh? You kind of like everybody came after him. Oh yeah, we throwing that money at him, and you were go and hit that quarterback, and like I said, we're gonna go ahead and go, get to the Super Bowl, and wow, that was a pretty good run. He got about 30 yards or something on that play. Yeah, he got a little lucky on that play, you know. But I'm going ahead and get this ball back. Wow, that was a pretty good play. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hit that quarterback on that play, but you know, well, no. Like I said, there's a whole lot of Tecmo Bowl Sega Genesis nonsense with this game. There's a whole lot of Minnesota Miracle on that play. You gotta have to watch that quarterback. Yeah, like so I'm getting that. Oh, jeez. Wow, that was a fumble on that play. Old Terry Allen just went on in and picked that ball up and said, I'm going to go ahead and put this in the end zone. He ain't got time for all this nonsense. That was a whole lot of that Minnesota Miracle going on that play. That was a whole lot of nonsense on that play. he tried to fake that ball up and he was like, gone. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and score a little touchdown on this play. We're gonna go ahead and shut all this nonsense down and all this Tecmo Bowl, Sega Genesis corruption they got on this game. And I don't care what old Drew Brees says. We're gonna win this game. Old Drew Brees trying to keep y'all from winning, huh? Yeah, look. I thought the referee was gonna move that ball back about a yard or two. Yeah, the old referee, he's going like, he said, I'm going to go ahead and push this ball back a yard or two and got to get about 5 yards on that play and throw a little touchdown, I guess. There we go. Nice little pass play, a little diving effort, you know. Like I said, these guys won't win that Super Bowl. They ain't worrying about old Drew Brees. Old Drew Brees trying to make us lose and all that nonsense. Getting the referees to help them and all that. You know, like I said, we ain't got time for all this nonsense. And we ain't gonna listen to the coach either. The coach gonna have us running all kind of crazy plays and, you know, coach want to change the playbook and all that nonsense. And I'm like, nah, we ain't doing all that nonsense. We're gonna go ahead and win this game and make it to the old, the big game, or whatever that foosball nonsense is. Oh, he's trying to run to the end zone. Oh, jeez. Wow, that was a lot of yards on that play. He like I said, he ain't got time to be running. You know, they ain't got time for all this nonsense. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go on ahead and try to run right through this game and wow, they got them another little first down. Like I said, they try to win this game, even with all the bounty going on. They still trying to, you know, get a little touchdown. Nah, there ain't gonna be no touchdown. I'm gonna go ahead and shut all this nonsense down and try to win this game. And, oh, jeez. Oh, they getting kind of close to that end zone. they said they ain't got time to be, you know, losing this game. We're gonna have to hold them 2 more yards. You know, come on, fellas. Let's go ahead and shut this game down and, you know. Oh, gee. There we go. Hey, good play. That was a good little defensive effort. That was kind of a dumb play to do in that situation. But, you know, like I said, there's a whole lot of Tecmo Bowl nonsense on this game. Wow, that was a good run. That was about 30 yards, huh? That's got to be the longest run you've done since you've been playing this Tecmo Bowl. Yeah, I finally got a long run. It became in a good time, and you know, there's a whole lot of Tecmo Bowl nonsense. But we're gonna make this happen. Go ahead and put these Vikings down, and you know, like I said, they gave me a real good game. This is probably the best game I've had since like week 3. Since week 3. Yeah, it's been a long time. Like, I've been shutting all these guys down, and you know, and these guys playing real hard, you know, and there we go. Give a little bit of this New Orleans miracle, or whatever you want to call this nonsense. Like, we had to overcome a lot, you know. We had the whole Vegas betting against us, and the referees turning a blind eye, and the Drew Brees, and the whole Sega, Tecmo Bull, Sega Genesis nonsense going on with this game, and the NFL corruption, and we got a whole lot of nonsense out there, trying to keep us from winning this game. You really think they would try to keep you from winning, huh? Oh yeah, old Drew Brees. Old Drew Brees trying to make all that money, and like I said, he ain't trying to win no ring. He ain't trying to win no championship. Old Drew Brees looking out for old Drew Brees. Go ahead and get this fumble recovery. Oh jeez. Vikings, they determined to run that play, huh? Yeah, I don't know why they keep running that play. They just keep on trying. I guess they try to pick up the fumble, and it just kind of works that way. I don't know what kind of nonsense they run with this game. Wow, you was trying to do a little. Oh wow, you got the QB scramble on that play, huh? Yeah, I thought I'd just take it with the quarterback and just kind of run right up that middle and get a whole lot of that, that QB scramble nonsense, and try to run away with this game. Wow, this this game. It kind of looks like a blowout, but this game was pretty close at one point. Yeah, this was a close game, at one point, but. Oh, jeez. Oh, he like almost made it in the end zone. Yeah, you gotta watch old Chris Carter. He's a pretty good receiver, but, a little too late, Go ahead and, run right through these guys and, got a little 100 yards rushing in that game, in this NFC Championship game. That was pretty good. Oh, the old NFC Championship game. Gonna be playing the old Broncos, huh? Yeah, like I say, ain't time for all this nonsense.